It's to 8. It's a wet morning. Let me quickly tell you what happened to me. I went out to go get something, and I went to the ladies first. I went out to get something, and then I got locked out of the studio. It was not funny. I was banging on the door like my life depended on it. Wow, wow. So the same power because they came to open the door for me eventually. Good morning, good morning, good. My name is Fumi Bagbala. This is the daily news review program on Women Radio 91.7 FM, the voice of women, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. And this morning, I'm not doing this alone. I am with Nimitala this morning. Leave me. Good morning, Nima. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How's it been in the last how many days? It's not even a week. This is your third day.
Yes.
How's it been so far?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah.
Good,
It's
good,
going.
good. Okay, we're gonna just go straight into the headlines this morning because we've got quite a few things to talk about this morning while we wait for our analysts to join us this morning. But first, remember that we are live on YouTube at WFM 917, and you can listen to us on the go via our website www.wfm917.com. Please, when you start calling, worried. I mean, I love our daily news review family. Well behaved. We're not a find trouble unless trouble find us kind of thing. But yes, it's a beautiful day to be here. Right about now, the time is 27 minutes to 8. So we're just going to go straight into the headlines for this morning, starting off with the Punch newspaper. In the meantime, you can be sending your messages to 0703 1756 537 or 0703. Is that what I said? 0703 1756 537. Or you can WhatsApp us on 08155 917 917. So send your text message, your WhatsApp messages, or your voice notes to those numbers. Now we're going to start with the Punch newspaper this morning. My. What a morning for me. XOGTV broadcaster guard found dead inside Ogun apartment. When I didn't see this initially, my neighbor sent this to me and sent it to me with a warning. Sha, she jeje, oh, please, oh, I love you too much. And I was just like, we don't even know what happened, but caution taken anyway, because she's saying that look, as broadcasters, we just have to be extra careful. Moving on to the next headline, Lagos mobilizes transport unions against indiscriminate waste dumping. Those are the headlines from the Punch newspaper. Over to you, Nima.
From the Guardian newspaper, FG took 1 trillion naira from May FAAC revenue before sharing, says Oye.
Mhm.
Over 50,000 malnourished Bauchi children receive RUTF.
All right, moving on to the This Day newspaper, we have sexual violence in conflict threatens Nigeria's peace. Development says Iman Suleiman Ibrahim is the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Social beg your pardon, Minister of Women. I said Minister of Foreign Affairs. Why is that in my head? And Social Development. And on Friday was the World Elimination Day of Sexual Violence. So this is in honor of that. NAF intensifies air offensive against terrorists, bandits in the northwest, neutralizes criminal elements.
From the Daily Trust newspaper, Ekiti governorship, controversy trails Edo APC chairs INEC observer rule. Ensure teachers, workers don't go on strike. Monarch urges FCT council chair.
All right, moving on. What paper am I going to now? To the Vanguard, we have Ogun relocates students over methane gas pollution. We saw this last week. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago that there had been a leakage in the schools in Ogun State, some of the schools in Ogun State. Also in the Vanguard, we have twin brothers wed twin sisters, same day in Ibadan. When I didn't see this directly. I think it was my husband that showed this to me last week, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. So Taiwo got married to Taiwo, Kende got married to Kende. That's it from the Vanguard newspaper.
From Premium Times, mob seizes suspects from police custody, lynches her over alleged child theft. Police speak on how twin infants died in drainage after parents dumped
Oh
them.
dear. In the Nation newspaper, we have Bauchi government deploys 2,187 forest guards in security conservation push. Police debunk rumor of rescue in Oyo abduction case. We will get into that with our analyst this morning as well. Okay.
From the cable newspaper, voter turnout in Ekiti
Gubernatorial.
yes, below 39%, says Yiaga. Women burned to death in Kaduna over alleged child thefts.
In the Daily Post, we have insecurity, school enrollment under threat in Nigeria as bandits attack rumors spread. Local government hustle, Osun APP urges security agencies to enforce FHC judgment.
From the
Tribune newspaper.
newspaper, gunmen kill pregnant women, young man in Plateau fresh attack. Kano, police recover 4 stolen vehicles, return to owners.
All right, and finally this morning on the dailies we have from the pen pushing newspaper, man who assaulted woman over pot of soup apprehended by we don't mean to laugh, but what do you mean you assaulted a woman over a pot of soup? What's going on? I know that things are hard and people are hungry, but come on. It's just a born founder of Oba Foam, Yinka Obalaye, dies. Those are the headlines from the dailies this morning. You want to do well to get you a copy. Better still stick around with us as we get into the headlines for this morning. But before then, let's welcome our analyst for this morning. Hi, Emmanuel.
Hello, Fumi. Good morning. And how are you doing this rainy Monday morning? Hope you're good.
Sorry, Emmanuel, say that again. I didn't hear you at all.
Well, I said good morning to you. How are you doing this wonderful raining Monday morning? Hope you're good, and hope you had a restful and probably a fun-filled weekend.
Fun-filled. I'm trying to see. Did I have fun this weekend? No. No, I didn't. My son was extra clingy. I was just telling Nima, was extra clingy over the week, starting from last week. So no, it was not fun filled. It was children clingy filled. This weekend. Oh, Emmanuel, we have a new member of the family. This is Nima Tala.
Hello, Nimatalai. Good morning, and good to have you on the newspaper with your family. And don't worry, we are going to go on the journey together, and I'm very sure you're going to have fun with us.
Yes. Nimatala is she joined us on Thursday, was her first day. So yeah, I've dragged her inside so that she can be learning on the job. Okay, Emmanuel, how was your own weekend?
Well, basically, it was filled with. It was a mixed weekend. Got back into Lagos from Abuja yesterday, and I've been trying to.
What you gonna do in Abuja? What's going on?
And I've been trying to catch some rest, and it was quite a stressful one for me. But what do? We keep moving. And I almost canceled this.
Pleasure.
Just work, and I almost canceled this morning. But well, I said no, don't let me cancel my comment. Let me just find the energy to come out here and have this conversation because a lot is going on in the country.
This is going on in the country. That's right. Starting off with the Premium Times over the weekend, actually, almost all the headlines or the national dailies had this. Oyebanji wins the Ekiti decides. Yeah, well, Ekiti state governorship election. First off, he defied, how do you say it? He's been the first person in a long time who has successfully secured re-election in Ekiti State, where typically what happens is incumbents struggle to retain power. But the more I read it, the more I was like, because he's the closest rival from PDP, Oluyede, even lost the place that he's from, and I was like, what's going on? In this morning, I also saw that it was less than 39% of people that came out to vote. So all this, first of all, whenever I see numbers in Nigeria, I'm already wary. But saying this, I would like you to break it down for us. What do you think?
Well, number one, let's say congratulations to him. He has won. That's the will of the people. And if the people didn't vote against the results, then definitely they want him there. Has it done well? I think it will be left for people in Ekiti State to decide that. But well, through their ballot, we might said they've decided that he has done well for them. But truth be told, is there any significant difference in Ekiti? I want to answer that. I just want to raise questions that citizens should ask before voting. Is the first governor since 1999, I think, to win his re-election smoothly. We understand the case of Isaac Ayodele Fayose. We understand the case of Fayemi. There's always been a tug-of war in Ekiti State for incumbent governor to even retain their seat. But the political landscape seems to have shifted, because even the major opposition that we thought would remain in opposition, don't forget that Nigeria politics is a politics of stomach infrastructure, not even to the citizens who eat crumble from the table, but also to the political elite who leaves power, but they need to remain close to power to get a crumb from the table. So when you look at it, I think people from Ekiti State have voted APC back into power. They voted him to lead them for the next 4 years. Well, they can't complain, because if you have about 900,000 registered voters and about 300,000 came out to vote, and he had about 300,000 votes, that means if we take a sample, I'm not a statistician, but if a statistician takes a sample, they will tell you that if these 300,000 plus could vote for him out of the 300,000 plus that came out, then if you take a group sample, there's probability that out of the 900,000 registered voters, maybe 800,000 will vote for him. So let's say that Ekiti people have decided to continue with him. Well, congratulations to him. What has he done? They've seen what he has done. That's why they voted him. So we should not be here to complain when gratitude is not being paid, when salary, when there's no development, because they decided to vote. See, anything you decide to do, this is the way I'm going with elections now. You live with the consequences, no complaint. For those who carry that voter appetite, they also live with the consequences. But he has won, and he has won overwhelmingly, because you look at the numbers and you look at the next person, the PDP guy. I think the PDP guy had about 60,000, 7,000 votes. That's quite a gap. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to the APC. They seem to be finding a way to win elections. They seem to be getting their way round. They seem to be the political party to beat every time. So I don't know, but they seem to enjoy a lot of goodwill with elections now. How they do it, I don't know. The citizens vote for them, the citizens does not vote for them, but they seem to be finding a way to win elections. So, and it's a good test run for the 2027 presidential election for the APC to see that they still have a strong hold in Ekiti. That despite the noise of the ADC, despite the caricature and the ICU nature of the PDP, who seems not to even know their bearing, that the ADC is still in line to win APC, I beg your pardon, in Ekiti. Well, another test run for them will be the governorship election in Osun State, because right now, any by-election for the APC is a test run and a statement of intent for them to show people that they are really on ground. Well, only time will tell. There were allegations of irregularities during the election. People said votes were bought for 10,000 naira. I don't speak about vote buying again. I've spoken about vote buying. I've told you, collect 10,000 for 4 years. That's your own cup of tea. Collect a bowl of rice for 4 years. That is for you and your children to suffer. Collect milk and Milo. You drink it now, you go later. So this is the problem. So I see, for me, when people sit down and start analyzing vote buying. I see it as a situation whereby people who could live in plenty are being deprived, and at every election cycle they release a crumb at the table for them and they take it. So I won't spend my time speaking on vote buying, whether people are adults, people who are in their 50s, 60s, who should hope for a better future for their children. If they sit down and then they collect 10,000 naira and they sell the right, their rights, the right of their children for the next 4 years, that does not concern me. So when I come on air or when I do my analysis or I do my right, I can't put vote buying into context again, because see, for me, at this point, adults who wants to receive money and put their keep their voice, keep their right, it's their choice. So every human being has a choice. There's fundamental human rights. Section 38, 39 speaks on 40, speaks on your right. So I will not sit down and talk about it. I'm seeing people saying, oh, they were votes buying, some parties were buying votes for 10,000 naira. It's the people that wants to sell their votes. A right to sell and a right to buy. The people that should hold those who are selling votes. EFCC, INEC, and all, did they hold? If they don't hold, then what's my own business in sitting in the seat of this conference saying people bought votes when those who ought to buy, who ought to do this, did not? So congratulations to me. He has won new governor of continuity. Let's hope that all the flyovers in Ekiti will be completed and constructed well. Let's hope that good roads will be in Ekiti. Let's hope that development will come to Ekiti more. Let's hope that investment will come to Ekiti. He has won the election and there's nothing to dispute about it, because he has been announced as and has been returned elected as the governor of Ekiti State. So I think it's the continuation of the era. You know, when another person comes to a new era, new dawn, was the continuation of the era for Ekiti State people. So if the era has been good, congratulations to them. If it has been bad, congratulations to them. I've not been in Ekiti in years, so I don't even know what is going on in Ekiti. But if it is good, fine. If it is bad, fine. They voted for him and they voted very well. There's a difference between voting where you have 5,000, 10,000 that we can discard. But they voted for him and they voted very well. So we say congratulations to Ekiti people for making this good decision to return their governor. And congratulations to APC for keeping another state and a test run to 2027 general election. I think APC are showing us a kind of power, a kind of tactics that we should expect when the 2027 election takes place.
I just want to say, Emmanuel, when you were speaking, a word came to mind: cynicism. And I had to go. I was like, I hope I'm not saying the wrong thing. It's an attitude marked by a deep distrust of others' intentions, leading to the belief that human behavior is primarily driven by self-interest, greed, and insincerity. And I won't tell you why that word. I was like, is Emmanuel becoming more cynical, or what's going on? Because in the last maybe 2 months, no, 2 months is far. In the last 2, 3 weeks, it's been consistent. Emmanuel, is Nigeria getting to you?
No, Nigeria is not getting to me. How would Nigeria get to me? Nigeria does not get to me because I'm young, but I've seen the workings of Nigeria. But the truth is, you can't sit down every day and speak to people who don't want to listen. Let people live the result of their action. You can't expect me to come here and tell you that there was vote buying. Why did they buy votes? See, if the political class wants to buy votes and there's nobody that they can buy the votes, vote buying will not take place. Communication is a sender and a receiver.
Very true.
So when I want to buy votes and there's nobody that wants to sell the votes, then I'm at loss. All the money I have that I ought to use for the people that I kept cannot do anything. But when there's someone that wants to buy votes, even if you don't want to buy votes, the people are waiting to sell votes to you. They are waiting to come and give us something. Come and give us 2 kg, 1 kg. Come and give us 3 pack of spaghetti. Come and give us salt. So there are people waiting. They are willing receivers. See, you need to understand the way this thing works. Because if
Sorry,
I
Emmanuel,
sit here,
hold on, we have a call already. Hello, good morning.
Out. Hey, let me just to this morning. So, there was issue around that. Okay. Keep the state live and direct.
Okay.
So that you are becoming ungiven. From I believe
Hello, Fumi. I'm struggling to hear Prince or whoever is on the line.
okay.
Can you hear now?
Let me call back.
I can't.
Can you hear me now?
I think I can hear you, but it's a bit low
Can
on
you
my
hear me
end here.
now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, let me call back.
Okay, Prince says he will call back.
I'm
Sorry.
trying
sorry
to.
about
I
that.
think it's a technical issue. I'm trying to. If you guys can hear him when you say, I'm trying to hear him clearly here.
Okay, sorting it out. So sorry about that. Okay, Prince was saying that you are sounding like you have given up on Nigeria, and I should not please give up on Nigeria. He said he's live in Ekiti, that he's actually there, and he was calling us from there. So we'll wait on for, him to come so he can complete his thought process or his contribution. The numbers to call 07000 917 917 or 9155 917 917. You can text or WhatsApp us on 0703 1756 537 or 08155 917 917. Okay, he's calling us back. Hi, Prince. Good morning.
God bless you, man. Can you hear me now, Mr. Emmanuel?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, he can. Yes.
Okay, please. I was earlier begging, please, that you must not give up because your statements are tailoring towards somebody that want to let it be the way they want it. We have seen it all. Please, none of us should give up. We've seen what we saw in Ekiti, another part of Nigeria in this by-election. Can make anybody in Nigeria to say I'm not voting anymore. Let it be. In fact, after all, anybody can be declared as winner. Are you seeing it now? Please don't give up. Okay? I love your statement, but you are speaking like someone that have come to a final conclusion. Don't give up. For me, do you know the latest content that is going on social media now?
Please tell me.
The youth, ladies, the youth coming up to do plump their 15,000, 20,000 naira and do content. See what I collected. Mostly on social media. Please, without everybody has 4 years to go. Without sustain them for 4 years. If this man do not do anything for them, like Emmanuel said, let us hope. Please, we hope they sustain. I don't know why they want me to become a preacher this morning. But this hope of 15,000, 20,000 naira, sustain them for the next 15 years. The on the road for dogs and goats to eat. And human beings were picking the bread. We them and oh my Father in heaven. What would to pray for these evil leaders? It's what the land needs. Eh? That person, in fact, as pastor, I need to confront some part of my own pastors. Pastor that will come and tell me, Pastor, let us pray for pastors or pray for the church, pray for Nigeria. I will ask you if it was I was collecting 50,000 naira, the 20,000 naira. Those people that were collecting the money, we are not members of churches. What was it? Oh my God. Emmanuel, Nigerian security. If Tinubu fail to declare state of emergency on Nigerian insecurity, now people are now training, doing live training on video, how to use arms. Terrorists doing open training in the north. The Bello Tuji that they told us that was killed, eliminated, now coming out with a new video and talking to Nigerians. Oh, so me, I'll leave the mic for now. Oh God.
Streaming live, or are you listening on radio? He's gone already. Prince, if you're listening to me, I wanted to find out, are you streaming live or are you listening to Women Radio live through your radio? Emmanuel, To you, what's your response to him?
Basically, I can't give up on Nigeria. I have high hopes for Nigeria. But I think there are some ways you speak to people, they don't listen. We've spoken to them, having a communication, they don't listen. I think it's high time we speak to them from the consequences of their action. I think that's just it. I just decided to change my communication method because you speak to them, you tell them things. Oh, don't engage in vote buying, ensure you protect your vote, ensure you do this, don't do that, don't do that. But they seems not to listen, and they seems to go in the way thereof that brings destruction and underdevelopment to the country. And the action or inaction of a group of people affects the general group of people in the long run. That was why the inaction of those who came to who carried out voter apartheid in the last election affected the result of the election, whereby we had about 3% of total votes, total voters turnout as the 30% of the total voters registered as those who turn out to vote. We think these things does not count, but it counts. But I've been speaking about political issues for like about 6-7 years of my life now. And we've spoken in a way that people ought to understand, but they seems not to understand. So let's speak in a way to them that the result of your action, let's clap for you, you've done well. For those who collected 10-15K, we should clap for them that they've done well and ask them what food have they prepared with that 10-15K, and is the food still in their pot? Oh, it should still be in their pot if they are very prudent, because Saturday, Sunday, Monday, they should still have part of the soup. Because at this point, you cannot wake up and I'm telling you, don't sell your vote while you are a willing seller. They are not even struggling to look for vote sellers. Election has now been characterized by vote buying. We've done sensitization, we've done a whole lot. We are measuring our output, but our output seems not to be positive after everything we've put into it. Because the immediate reaction of a certain group of people during election is to get goodies that they fail to get 3.5 years from those who are in power. And what are the goodies? You know, when they say, ọmọ aláṣọ tó ń wà kísà, ọmọ ẹlẹ́ran tó ń jẹgun, that is the child of someone that sells clothes that is wearing rag, then the child of a meat seller eating bone. It is a choice for the child of a clothes seller to wear rag because they are clothes that are befitting for kings and queens, but it's a choice. As it is a choice for Nigerians to do the right thing when election comes, but they choose the other choice. And when insecurity starts, we start shouting. When hunger starts, we start shouting. When rain falls and flood happen, we start shouting. No, abnormality should not become normal in our society. But when we speak to people about abnormality and they feel they need to live in that abnormality, then let's make it normal for them. By telling them that the result of your action you do today affects you. 10,000-15,000 for you, your decision to be influenced. I'm sorry to say, but I'm not even sorry to say, if they can buy you for 10,000-15,000 to influence your decision, then you are not worthy for us to be talking to. Because you did not even come and tell us they gave you 10 million for your decision. We'll have told you the business, you can put the 10 million in and you enjoy your 4 years. But 10, 15, how many plates of rice do you want to buy? So this is the irony. It's not that, see, I can't give up on Nigeria. I'm telling you the facts. I can't. Because I've seen the hazard that since 1999 up to now, our decision has cost us. Do you know there are families that they will not see each other again till they die? What happened? The father and mother are still in Nigeria. The first child is in Australia. One is in UK. One is in Canada. They are scattered. Family see, because when I say decision about action, family culture has been one thing that has kept us in Nigeria growing up. Go home for Christmas, go home for Ileya, and how many people travel home? That's when you see everybody. But now everyone is scattered. Why? Our decision that has not made Nigeria work. And we've been saying this thing, we've been saying it. But the truth is, people don't want to listen. So let's tell them that the result of your action and inaction, you will live with it. We can't be rubbing hands on the head of people who fail to hear word. Spare the rod, spoil the child, how they put it. We can't spare the rod for these people doing this thing every time. Let people start seeing the result of your action. Like the police will say, if you are caught in crime, you face the consequences of your action, the law will judge you. Let them know that if you engage in vote buying and it affects the result of the election, you are going to be on the receiving end. Let them know if they engage in vote buying and they are picked up by security agencies, nobody will cry foul for them. Let them know that in the pyramids of things, they are the low base, the food chain. Where we draw food chain in biology, then they are the base. There's nothing for them. But being at the base means you hold power. But they don't understand that they hold power. So that is the vision of things. That's why we keep telling them, but the political class, whether the PDP, the APC, the NDC, every one of them, they mastermind the act of controlling the electorate. And it's now a game of power between them on how do we control the electorate? Who is the best controller of those who vote? What a shame. So I will not wake up and be telling them, oh, you did the vote buying. I beg. If you want to say your right, say your right. If you are caught by the police, if they see you and report you, they pick you up, it doesn't concern us. And if it is successful and you guys put the wrong person in power, he has to recoup his money. And people will suffer. Insecurity. Everywhere. Inflation. And people are still selling their vote. No. I won't speak to the fact that I don't sell your vote. Congratulations to Ekiti State Governor on his return elected. And we hope to see more development in Ekiti because the people of Ekiti State voted for him very well. The gap is massive. That means he has done well and Ekiti have given their voice. And he is the first re-elected governor of Ekiti State without having to leave office. So, Ekiti, enjoy the ride. We'll see you next election cycle.
Oh wow. I really like where you got to about the effects of bad governance on, the family unit. I was saying this to somebody last week too, the effect of migration on family. I think it was because the person needed, I can't remember, it's hazy. And, I didn't even see the connection at all. I would just typically say, migration has done a strong thing. But seeing that connection, that the reason why people want to leave or have been leaving is as a result of bad governance, is as a result of insecurity, is as a result of just wanting better for yourself. And so you just say, oh, daddy, mommy, I'm going, it go be. And then the next time you probably see your parent is maybe when they've passed. People don't even come back on their parents' birthdays because you think that your parents they're immortal. They will never die. And on that note, actually, happy Father's Day to our fathers. I should have led with that. I absolutely forgot. Please forgive me. Any abuse you want to abuse, I collect it. It's okay. We see you. We appreciate everything that our fathers do for us. We appreciate their doggedness, their commitment, everything that our fathers do to just make sure that we have a better life. Yes, yes, we know that we don't really speak about our men that often, our fathers that often, but we're trying. Yes. Well, and this is a sound of advice or warning to women. I know that I appreciate my husband and my father almost every day. Even the men in my life, I do. So if that's not something that you've been doing, please go ahead and do. Appreciate them, because they're the reason why everything is going well. I'm not here to argue with the mothers. Please leave me. Okay, Emmanuel, on that note, you said something about this election. It would signal what would happen come 2027. What would happen come 2027? That's my question.
Every by-election is a test of the main election, a test of new strategy, what works and what doesn't work. And don't forget, there were by-elections for different senatorial districts, senatorial zones that was also held.
We have a call. Sorry, Emmanuel. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Human.
Good morning, Evangelist Dixon. How are you?
Good morning.
Happy Father's Day to you as well.
I thank God bless you. My sister, my God is blessed, and thank you. I thank my children yesterday to celebrate their dad. And also, I'm telling you what they do to their own children are going to do. And I also celebrate their own parents. So your own children also will do more than that to you. God bless you. So, Emmanuel, I've been listening to you. God bless you. And I agree almost everything you said. Emmanuel, I've advanced this. I'm about 50, heading to 65. And thank God today. I will thank God because I'm alive today, because many have gone this morning. Some places today now, they have gone. And when I'm alive, one will appreciate God. And I'm addicted to the Bible. I will always pray for Nigeria and pray for the Bible. My Bible says I should pray for the leaders and pray for the people of my nation. When any time I pray, I cannot stop praying for my nation. And let me tell you, man, nobody becomes leader without God approval. And it does not say God anything. Now, as I'm speaking to remove President Tinubu, if we will. And well, from what I read the Bible, so that sometimes if the Israelites sin against God, God gives them value that He brought them closer. And when they repent, God gives them a leader. And they sin. Now, you know what government policies in 2010 was Fasola. Because Fasola performed terribly. When I'm looking for school that where I will enroll my children, all my children went to public school. Do you know how much I would have spent if they went to private school? And that's what makes join APN. Even my son joined APC 2027. I did not tell him anything. I asked him why. He said because the father produced him. See what I had done in education and health. I did not ask him. I was surprised when I see this. So this same my son that was APC in 2017. Then I'm paying for OB 2023. I'm paying and voted for OB. We were using a car to campaign. He came to the time and said, just, I'm not asking not, but be careful. This is where dollar meant to be popular. And it's always like everywhere. So be wise in whatever you are doing, because people know me here. Let me tell you, man, anytime I get to filling votes, I have votes because I'm evangelist and well known all this place. People will wait for me. Then like I say, Daddy, who are you going to pick? Vote your conscience. They say, Daddy, no, who you want to vote? I tell me, this is who I want to vote to. And some of them will go by me. And they ask me this reason, and I say, is this what? And that's how I always be. Even my children, even when they left, 3 of them go there to be. My first son campaign, and went down, collation and every other day. Then fine, me and my wife have voted differently. But this is people. So let me tell you, some people, everybody you know, everybody may know. I was asking some people, say, some people may vote because of student loans. Some may say because of cultural rate. Some may say, look at this state police. I didn't the one pushing state police and the division of power to local government. And giving these governors to make much money. And any government that is not, governor that is not doing anything now, issue one account, but they're getting more money. What are they using it for? can't say, let there be people. If anyone that mess up, let them declare state of emergency. So, I think two things from you, Emmanuel. If you say something, you say you are not expecting anything from any politician. That one thing you say that I think. Because when you are not expecting, so you are not, and you say we are all ready to call what our leaders, you are just copying copy of our leaders. Emmanuel, which Nigeria say that is not corrupt? Tell me how many of us that are not corrupt? Even where I voted, where PDP was sharing money, APC was sharing. You know that APC share more money than PDP. That was 2027. The other one was, they came to me. They know that I'm somebody, they know I'm feeling kind of that. I should give them my number so they can award contracts. I don't need anything. I go through some performance. I don't need anything from that. When they came to me, their leader came from Olausa, and I'm not listening to them. So nobody's watching me.
Thank you so much, Evangelist Dixon, for your contribution. Let's keep it moving. Okay, next up, we have some messages. We have the signs are written on the wall for anyone to see. If you think 2027 will be a miracle, look at Ekiti. They won't leave gaps for surprises. The opposition needs to wake up from their social media bubble and start working, or else we go see Pepe for real, Olushga Ajayi says. Next up, Additional Wasiu says, good morning to you in the studio. Insecurity really needs to be checked because some groups of people think they have monopoly of violence over other tribes. Now, some people are calling Mr. President and Governor Sheyi Makinde to call Sunday Igboho to order. Why not? Why are they not calling on their brothers who chose to kidnap people across the country as work and collecting ransom? But now that some people are resisting that kidnap business and their way of life, they are now calling on Mr. President and Governor Sheyi Makinde to call Sunday Igboho to order. My advice to this group is that they should call on their members to stop this nonsense. On this recent election and by-elections across the country, from all indications, it looks like APC is close to victory in 2027. My advice to the federal government is to look into this insecurity so that Nigerians can have peace of mind. Next up, we have Hallelujah on this wet, brand new day for me. I hope this is not a hangover. Nima, bam, your voice is now tantalizing. Emmanuel, with this kind of stomach infrastructure electorate in Nigeria, the politicians in Nigeria will remain our overlords. I doubt if any religion still impacts on our consciences in Nigeria with the momentum of criminality everywhere. Lamentations cannot change people's mindset. Our people deserve the kind of leadership they create deliberately. Our souls in Nigeria, young, old, even children are sold to greed. Until we are ready for a change, nothing changes. The Bible says, what you think is what you have. For me, give me water. Take water. For me, advise Evangelist Dixon to speak. Okay. To speak without bringing examinations. All right. Prince is back again. Prince is saying with what some of us saw in Ekiti, prayer cannot do anything to what we all can see. A majority of us are even involved in openly doing evil to change evil. Same thing seen in Enugu and other by-elections across. No one can mock God. It's a shame. Terrorists and bandits training openly with new weapons and setting up military checkpoints on major roads in the north with no action. Because of the project for a new Nigeria, I have vowed to vote for a man who I know will give me and the next generations a new Nigeria. Thank you so much for your messages this morning. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to move over to River State. River State, CP removes DPO accused of extortion. They say justice delayed is justice denied. But sometimes we see a flicker of hope in Nigeria when we see things like this. The River State's Commissioner of Police, Olugbenga Adepoju, has removed the divisional police officer, DPO of Oyigbo Police Division. We have a call. Hello, good morning.
Hi, beautiful. Good morning.
Hi, Mrs. Oboli. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning.
What's the Father's Day
Good
celebration?
morning.
Good morning.
Don't tell me you cannot hear me because I can hear you loud and clear. Good morning.
Good morning. I can hear you loud and clear.
Happy Father's Day. Happy
Oh, thank you
belated
very
Father's
much.
Day celebration.
Thank you very much.
For me, who else do we have on the show?
Our new staff member on Women Radio.
Okay. All right. Pretty Nima, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Mr. Emmanuel, I want to speak to you this morning. Some people said you have given up hope on this country. I think I beg to differ. But I have a couple of questions as usual that I want to ask you. Fumi, carry your biro and paper. Mr. Oboli don't come again. Mr. Emmanuel, with cognate illustrations and empirical formulas, kindly elucidate why you think this Ekiti state election is a good nomination, Mr. Emmanuel. Because you have just 2.5 seconds to do that. Just 2.5 seconds. I've heard Mr. Prince this morning, and honestly, from when you opened your mouth to start analysis this morning, to me it's boiling. I am boiling as well. Let's start from the first thing first. If the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? Did you see or have you seen a viable opposition in Ekiti state that can even come back or stand head to head with the APC in that state? I don't think I have seen. I stand corrected. I have asked you 2 questions. You see, many of times, Mr. Emmanuel, whether consciously or unconsciously, self-decision or by being induced, we have aimed at elections in this country and we have ended up at selections. All these by-elections, even the governorship election, are simply a test run, like you said, or a pointer to how the presidential elections will be. And if all what you've said this morning is anything to go by, I see your cynicism, I see your sarcasm all through your analysis this morning. I can only say that we as a people should take the blame for the fall we have found ourselves or we are experiencing politically. But one thing I won't say or allude to is the fact that even if there are many people in the majority bowing their knees to bow, Mr. Emmanuel, you and I are a single few that would never, I repeat, never, even though we are in the minority, we will never bow to bow and say we are going to be self-induced or receive stipends or incentives to say we want to sell our birthright or vote. Even though we are in the minority, we will stand proudly as one entity and shame all those who are selling their souls for a pot of porridge. So this morning, I will just say this to them. Shame on all those who sell their birthright every 4 years for a pot of porridge, because not only have you sold your free will as a Nigerian or as a freeborn, but you have also told the higher animals in power, who happen to be the politicians, that you are a slave in your own country and that the only thing you can obey as a puppet is to people that will dictate the tune for you. Because it is only those people, when they dictate the tune, they are the piper, and you are telling them that you need to be dictated to. I totally understand the lackluster attitude we all have this morning. I totally understand the kind of pain we feel this morning, but it is what it is. Even though they are in the majority, selling their consciences due to their lackadaisical attitude, the little of us, the remnants that remain, that have not bowed our feet to bow, we will keep standing and will keep speaking up this morning. Good morning, Mr. Emmanuel. Good morning, Fumi. Good morning, Nima. Good morning, Mr. Prince and Mr. Dixon, Evangelist Dixon. Good morning, all Nigerians. But I remain Mrs. Doboli. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Oboli. Emmanuel, you have 2.5 seconds to respond to Mrs. Oboli's question.
Wait, the answer is simple. Ekiti election is the best thing that we've had after Agbaluma because it went smooth, it went fair, and you can see the gap between the winner and the runner-up, 60 to 300 and something thousand. That means the well-educated people of Ekiti State voted in mass for their governor to continue the good work which he is doing. Whether some political or social analysts would base it on the fact that, oh, there was vote buying, they need to present evidence of vote buying and how the evidence of vote buying affected the elections massively. So the governor has been elected. Ekiti people, well-educated, have spoken. Who are we to say no when they've spoken? And I one thing is, I've always praised the APC government when they've done well. If a government don't do well, I'm going to praise you. I've always criticized them when they fail to do well. I've always criticized the opposition for their lack of mindset and their lack of opposition tactics. And the fact that...
Sorry, Emmanuel. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Rose. I'm calling from Mowe. Good morning, Fumi. Good morning, Emmanuel. And
Hi,
good morning.
Rose. How are you doing now?
I'm very well, thank you. It's good to really hear from all of you. And
Yeah.
really, when we want to look at the elections that just took place in Ekiti, it just brings the question of, are the opposition actually ready? Are we seeing options coming up, or we're just going to go through the same circle again? Because what this is telling us is that, okay, or you people can just keep saying, but APC is just going over and over, what it's doing. So I just hope that we are ready for 2017, because it's not by doing social media warriors. It's not by doing social media campaigns. There's a lot that goes on ground. So if we don't put our feet down, I rest my case. But I sincerely agree with what Emmanuel has been saying, and I share, your sentiments this morning. There's just a lot of things that are going on. Every day we're saying that, oh, don't collect money, don't collect this one. But at the end of the day, people are hungry. People still need the money. But then again, when you collect all of these things, what happens in the next 4 years? What happens to you? What happens to your children? Do we still want to go through the same circle? We need to give up something to get something. That's just it. Well, I just hope that.
Uh-oh. Thank you so much, Rose, for calling. That's one question that Rose would typically ask when she was here. She would ask that, are the opposition ready? Okay, you want to go, but are they ready? Emmanuel, do you think the opposition is ready?
Those ones are dancing at Tilogo. What are they dancing up and down from ADC to? I even think the NDC is a bit more ready, but the NDC for me, I don't think they have the national spread yet. They are a bit ready to take over maybe legislative positions by storm, and maybe they will have a lot of legislators. For the APC, ADC, they are still looking for they are still dancing at Tilogo up and down. I think both of them, and then the PDP. The PDP is doing rainbow coalition. The so-called national leader of PDP is doing rainbow coalition, putting all political parties together, telling them you're supporting the ruling party. So you look at the opposition and then you laugh. But what I think in 2027 will happen for legislative election is the fact that you are going to see different political parties in the Senate, and other political parties should adopt what NDC is adopting if you want to protect our democracy. That you decamp after winning with our party, you lose your seat. We were thinking we were going to have a bit of sanity in the legislative arm when people from Labour Party rode on Obi's wave to win election, but they got into the house and they defected. So basically now, I think political parties should adopt that if you decamp, though it's in the constitution that you cannot decamp, but the judiciary has never ruled against that. So if you decamp, you have a document, your own affidavit, that if I decamp, I will lose my seat. So let it be there. So if we have 20 or let's say 20 senators from NDC, we're able to get about 20 from NDC. We're able to get about 10 from PDAPC. There is diversity already. That diversity needs to be created for us to leave this quagmire that we find ourselves. So the opposition, are they ready? I don't even think they are ready, to be sincere. I don't think they are ready because the APC seems to be ready. The ruling party seems to be playing the ruling party and opposition together. And for the ruling party, there's only one opposition that they have headache with. There's only one man that they've been fighting since. But the rest, they just ignore them. They know what they are doing. So the ruling party seems to be prepared, well prepared, and it's their job to ensure that the opposition is not stable. And they've done that quite well. So they are doing the job of ruling party, they are doing the job of opposition, while the opposition is doing the job of third tier team. That's the issue we have. So are they ready? Well, only time will tell. But I don't think the opposition are quite ready.
I had this conversation with my neighbor as what I was talking about at the beginning. And this was a question she asked me as well and said, okay, who should we vote for? And I was, to be honest, I was at a loss for words. I just said to her, you figure it out, Emmanuel.
Let me tell you this. You see an opposition figure, I don't want to mention him. You see them go on national TV. They don't criticize the ruling party that they should be criticizing. They are criticizing another opposition. Have you seen the man living in bondage? Nollywood come politician, come lawyer, He goes there, he doesn't even speak about Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. He speaks about a man, and you think, did this man collect your wife? You see another man owning a magazine that we clap and we give ourselves standing ovation for. And then he comes online and he's speaking to the fact that someone said he's not doing deputy vice president candidate. And that's what he speaks to. He's not speaking to what is it called? To the ruling party. My brother from Kwara State comes online, the spokesperson of a political party, not even criticizing what the ruling party is doing, speaking against another opposition. That's why I said I don't think opposition are right, because even opposition now speak against opposition. You know, before opposition should speak against the ruling government, opposition speaks against opposition now.
What is the problem?
So sorry, ma. So sorry. Quick one, please. Because I sent a message and you did not read it. Mr. Dixon, there are kings. I've listed them out for me. There are kings in the Bible that God never approved their leadership. Go, please, let us not deceive the people. There are people that God never, it is more than 20. I've listed them out for you, both with the scripture, the chapters, and the verses. They are all there on the WhatsApp, in case you want to deceive people. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Evangelist Segun says, for me, can you now all see the hypocrisy on the part of the North, asking the President and Governor Makinde to call Igboho to order? Where were they when Buhari empowered terrorism and banditry, and when apprehended, he conscripted them into the police, military, paramilitary as spies and saboteurs? Nonsense. Nima has a question before we go. Nima, quickly ask him, I know your question.
You mentioned the Labour Party and the NDC while you were speaking about the opposition. What do you think about AAC?
Who is it?
The Warriors Party.
Those ones are protesters, I think.
Oh,
No. See, but to be sincere, there was an election cycle. I voted for AAC. I think that should be 3 election cycles ago or 4. I voted for AAC. I believed, but there are times you need to come to reality. There's no structure for him to even win. They need to even go and win a local seat first and start competing. So I just see them as they are not ready. If AAC, when they came out, if they had built well, they should have been the leading opposition now. I'm serious. They should have been. But they've not been serious about it. I voted. I convinced people in my house to vote. I remember where I checked to go and cast my vote. So when I say they are protesters, I know what I mean by they are protesters.
All right. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. I saw a little bit of the Emmanuel that I know toward the end, a little bit of it. At the beginning, I'm like, God, am I the one that obsessed Emmanuel this morning? But thank you so much for coming. See you next week on another edition of
Thank you very much for having me.
Review. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Okay, 9 o'clock is the news, 9 to 5 is her lens. Do not go anywhere. This is still Women Radio WFM 91.7.